something unexpected happens. A familiar mirror, quietly waiting in the corner of a practice room, catches the light. On its surface, soft lines, faded doodles, and heartfelt words written 2 years ago start to disappear one by one. And the hand that erases them is Jimin's. This isn't just a moment of cleaning. It's a story of 2 years of love, patience, and a promise kept. Before leaving for his military service in 2023, Jimin had written a message to ARMY on this very mirror. "I'll be back. Please stay healthy and happy. I love you so much." Simple words, but they carried the weight of his sincerity and longing. They stayed there for 2 years, quietly reflecting every bit of love that connected Jimin and his fans. And now, Jimin stands before that same mirror again. The same room, the same light, the same man, but his heart feels different. With a small smile, he wipes away the messages he once wrote, saying softly, "Okay, now I'll work hard for my promotions. Thank you." Every stroke of his hand feels like a chapter closing and another one opening. It's as if he's telling ARMY, "I kept my promise, I came back, and now it's time for us to begin again." 2 years ago, he said he would return. In June, he did, posting a photo in his military uniform in front of that same mirror, smiling proudly saying, "I'm back." And now, by wiping away those words, he's not erasing the past. He's honoring it. He's turning a promise into a memory and a new start. Fans who saw the video couldn't hold back their emotions. They said, "This is the most beautiful moment of keeping a promise. I can feel Jimin's sincerity. It's not just a mirror, it's a timeline of love." And they're right. The mirror has seen it all, his farewell, his return, and now his rebirth as an artist once again. But as Jimin closed one chapter, another miracle was unfolding. While fans were still rewatching his emotional mirror video, news broke that his second solo album, MUSE, had reached an unimaginable milestone: 3.5 billion streams on Spotify. Not only that, he achieved it in just 465 days, faster than any Korean language album in history. Think about that for a moment. A Korean solo album written from his heart, sung in his own language, breaking global barriers and conquering the world's largest music platform. MUSE wasn't just an album. It was a bridge between Jimin and his fans while he was away. Even during his military service, the title track "Who" kept charting on Billboard for 33 consecutive weeks. Fans kept listening, kept supporting, and kept him alive in the charts when he couldn't be there himself. That's what real connection looks like. Today, "Who" has more than 2 billion streams. 4 other tracks, "Be Mine," "Closer Than This," "Smeraldo Garden Marching Band," and more, have surpassed hundreds of millions of plays. Every song, every lyric became a message between him and ARMY, and even now, Jimin continues to break records. His song "Who" is the longest-running K-pop solo song on Billboard's Global 200 and Global Excl US charts, 66 weeks and counting. He became the first and only Asian solo artist to have multiple songs spend that long on the chart. But what makes this story so moving isn't just the numbers, it's the heart behind them. While others see statistics, ARMY sees a journey. The boy who once stood in front of a mirror saying, "I'll be back," is now the man standing there saying, "I'll work hard." He didn't just return. He came back stronger, humbler, and more grateful than ever. The mirror is clean now, but it reflects something even more powerful: his growth, his promise, and the love that never faded. And maybe that's why people can't stop talking about Jimin. Because in everything he does, whether it's a quiet gesture or a record-breaking moment, there's always a story of heart, patience, and unshakable connection. From "I'll be back" to "I'll work hard," Jimin has shown that love doesn't end when you leave. It grows, it waits, and when the time is right, it shines brighter than ever. The mirror may be clear, but his promise remains etched forever in the hearts of millions who never stopped waiting.